What other companies would you say have been the most successful that people might recognize or not know about?
Well, Turning Technologies is certainly our largest success story. They're the ones that everybody points to. They are one of the largest educational technology companies in the world. They make one of the products that they make, or the product that they initially made and became famous for, are the handheld devices that you use to vote on things like Dancing with the Stars, where you are selecting an answer and it's popping up on a screen. It's used widely in universities to help professors assess where students are. They then took that basic product and grew that out into a suite of services. And really, as we look at what's happening in education right now, we have to take a step back and say, certainly this is a negative thing for our country, but at the same time, what avenues are going to open up and where might they grow based upon the changes that are happening in higher education and education as a whole right now. So, as life continues to change, I think their story will continue to change and evolve. Another story that we're so proud of is FactSet Revere Data. They were a company that were founded in California. They were doing research for the financial institutes in Mumbai, India. The founder realized that there was an opportunity for them to grow their business domestically, so they brought the researchers from Mumbai to the United States and are housed in our third building, the Semple building. About 5 years ago, they were acquired by FactSet, which is the world's second largest provider of information for the financial markets to Bloomberg's. They're still domiciled here. They're still here, growing their business, doing great work, and employing people locally. We're very proud to have them on our campus. And recently we were at an economic forum that Huntington Bank held, and the slides at the bottom had information provided by FactSet, and I'm pointing to it, saying they're on our campus.
Yeah. How important is it for the university to have that access to students, the possibilities of research there, and is that collaboration growing?
One of our strongest partnerships is with Youngstown State University, and we are always looking for ways to grow that relationship and find new ways to play a meaningful role with them. Communities that have strong, vibrant economies really typically have a few commonalities, and a strong research base at a university is part and parcel of that story. If you're looking for new technologies to develop, often those technologies come out of research institutions. So as YSU has worked to grow those capabilities on their campus, we're actively looking for new ways to help them take those products to market, whether it's in additive manufacturing or something else. University research is truly a key driver for economic activity and wealth in a community. But it doesn't have to be strictly limited to that. I mean, also all levels of student entrepreneurship are of interest to us, and we are really excited to have opportunities to work with the university to encourage students to think about how they could create even small side hustles that they can do on the side to generate some extra income as they're going through college, keep their student loans down, and just make a little extra money to put in their pocket.
How difficult is it to attract portfolio companies here to Youngstown, and tying that into keeping young people here and maybe having them create their own portfolio company for YBI? What does Youngstown need to do better, I guess, to make that happen?
About 3 years ago, I went on a trade delegation trip to Israel with YSU. It was led by the Youngstown Area Jewish Federation. And when we went on that trip, we went from the standpoint of looking for opportunities to engage with Israeli technology firms, universities, institutions on additive manufacturing opportunities. While we were there, we were really surprised at their level of interest in working with us in deploying additive manufacturing technologies that were developed in Israel in the U.S., looking for partnership opportunities with both the university and local companies, and just the amount of respect that they had for our additive manufacturing capabilities. It gave us an understanding that there's really an opportunity for us, not just in additive manufacturing, but in other advanced manufacturing technologies, to take the things that we do well, and we do manufacture well, and deploy that knowledge across the globe to attract especially early stage companies to the Youngstown area, to help them deploy into the US market. This is where things are manufactured, and we have a really unique story in having great connections to local manufacturers, being able to open doors to early stage companies, to help them identify technical resources, to help them identify and hire employees. So what we've discovered, partly through trial and error, is that if we can find entrees into technology-based companies internationally and explain the value proposition that we have here, we can really get them interested in making small investments in the region and growing those investments out.
How important is quality of life, and is that an issue? Is the school system an issue? Is the vibrancy of downtown an issue?
Quality of life is certainly one of the key issues that we talk about as one of the reasons why people want to locate here. Certainly the availability of housing and the commutability of the community, the fact that you're between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, all of those things are great things. But quality of life is, we typically think about it as just something that matters to young people. You know, we won't be able to keep our young people here if we don't have a high quality of life. But it's not just young people, it's also our retirees. We hear too often that people are, once they retire, they move to Myrtle Beach or Florida, wherever they think that they can have the highest quality of life. But those are not only potential donors, but they're also board members or volunteers. They are really the backbone of our community. So quality of life matters across the board. It's not just getting and keeping our young people here, it's keeping everybody here, or at least encouraging them to keep something of a footprint here, even if they're a snowbird. We have to pay attention to quality of life if we're going to continue to grow the community.
Thought Leaders is sponsored by Eastern Gateway Community College. With more than 35 programs, Eastern Gateway can help you with your career preparation and transfer plans.